To our listeners at home, to our farmers and to our farm workers who make sure that we continue to have food security as a nation. We also appreciate the work that has been done by our deputy ministers, our members of the Executive Council in the provinces, our farmers' organization, to ensure that indeed the intervention that we announced on the 26th of April with respect to the intervention that government would like to make to support smallholder farmers so that they can continue to produce during as well as post the pandemic. We announced then that the applications for this assistance was going to be from the 8th of April rather, and the closing date being the 22nd of April. These would include farmers who are farming in communal areas as well as those who have got their private farms. The way in which we opened up our offices to ensure that farmers, those who are not on the internet, can actually go to our respective offices in the various districts and provinces to receive and also deposit their application. We want to thank civil society organizations as well as our extension officers who made sure that farmers are assisted in filling their application forms. I want to remind all of us, when we made this intervention, we said we wanted to assist particularly farmers who are farming during this season, which is the winter season. We also said we wanted to target livestock farmers, particularly with feed and medication. We also said, in order to protect our farm workers, we will assist farmers through disposable masks as well as cloth masks and soap, so that indeed we have better sanitation as well as hygiene to ensure that the cohort of the farm workers that work in our fields, harvest in our fields, are protected during this pandemic. We also indicated that part of this intervention was going to assist about 146 farmers who are leasing government land on what we call plus farms, and that is about 216,000 hectares of those farms included. We also appreciated that it was necessary to employ more extension officers who would actually assist farmers to be able to produce effectively. We also indicated that we will target women, youth, as well as people with disabilities, because there are those who are in our farm sector. And as we do this intervention, we do not also want to compromise our policy objectives that we've agreed collectively as government. Today, I'm pleased to announce that after the closing date of 22nd April 2020, about 55,155 applications were received. We were able to to review these application forms and see who met the criteria that was announced. Out of those applications that we received, 15,036 applications have been approved with a value of just over 500 million in favor of smallholder and communal farmers. The work will be completed in terms of releasing the vouchers to the various applicants who have been successful. Out of these approved applications, 5,494 are women, 2,493 are young people, and 224 are people with disabilities. The remaining number is 9,542 who are our men farmers. I do want to indicate that though we wanted to reach a 50-50 threshold in terms of gender balance, we're not yet there, but we'll continue to strive that we address this challenge. Each of the approved farmers will receive inputs in line with the size of the farming operation up to a maximum of 50,000. Livestock, I must say, has been the highest commodity requested by farmers at more than 7,000, followed by vegetables at about 3,000 farmers, poultry about 2,500, and the remaining winter crops and fruits 600 and 100 respectively. I must say that as government, we have noted that there are some challenges that our farmers have, and we need to address those, particularly the record keeping. A majority of farmers had difficulty in actually confirming the turnover that they derive out of their farming activities. We therefore will be working with farmer organizations and some of our government departments to be able to address this challenge. Business development, we will be working with the Department of Small and Medium Enterprises to ensure that indeed we can assist those farmers to run their farming enterprises in an effective way. The application process has also enabled us to get valuable data that will go to our farmers register so that we can know exactly how many of our farmers, in what categories, where are they farming, and what are they farming with, so that we can actually as a country have a better profile of our farming sector. In my view, I would like to say farmers' organizations play a critical role in ensuring that they support their constituency, and will continue to work with them in this regard. This intervention that government has made is an important one in ensuring that despite the challenge of the pandemic, farmers can continue to produce. We also want to measure the impact of this intervention. We are therefore working with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations together with our civil society organization so that we can monitor and evaluate the intervention that we had announced. I would like to urge the farmers that have not been approved that they shouldn't lose hope. We will be working with them with other departmental interventions, particularly in our provinces and at national level. We are also going to seek partnership with other non-government bodies to look at how best we can support our subsistence farmers. Subsistence farmers may not be farming in order to sell to the market, but they are a critical intervention in ensuring household food security. And we as government are actually concerned that this category of producers are a necessary element in our food system, and therefore they must be supported. And together with my colleagues, the members of the Executive Council, in this coming week, we'll have a virtual meeting to look at how best we can support the category of these farmers. We've also been working with traditional leaders, and we're going to continue to do so because a majority of these subsistence farmers are found in communal areas. It is therefore necessary for us to look at how best they are supported with critical inputs that they require, but also that there is land available in those communities that can ensure that those farmers continue to produce. Some of them produce as individuals, but some of them actually pool their energies and resources in working in cooperatives at a local level. And it's important for us to ensure that we support this initiative. I would like to thank farmers, farm workers, civil society organizations that have worked with us during this process, as well as our government officials. And this process of the intervention that we've made have actually ensured that if we collectively work together as government departments, as well as the municipalities and other leaders that are critical at local level, we can succeed. And I would therefore want to say congratulations to all of you who have succeeded. We will be happy when you harvest because that food will be needed for our society during this